everybody, it's Katie Whalen, your Phoenix area realtor. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. We're happy you're here. I look forward to speaking with you soon. There's a lot of news in real estate this week, so I'm going to put on my glasses and let's get into it. And by the way, thank you to everyone who messaged me and said you like my whiteboard. That's what we're going to use for now. So this is through Tuesday, today, the 28th of June, 2022. These numbers today, the first numbers we're going to talk about, represent the whole entire valley. Number of active listings is incredibly high, 13,980. The same date last month, we had 9,306. So that is an actual increase in inventory of 50% in units. That is a very big number. If you look at the number of homes under contract this month, 9,558. On the same day last month, there were 10,669. So we had a 10% decrease in the number of homes under contract. The months of supply has increased. Currently, we have 1.8 months of inventory on hand. It would take us almost 2 months to sell through everything at our current rate of sale. A month ago, we were at 1 month of inventory. That is an 80% increase. Big number. For active listings, the dollars per square foot, so it's just a benchmark, and this represents the whole entire valley, is sitting today at $344.70, where a month ago it was $357.60. That's a decrease in active dollars per square foot for homes that are for sale of 4%. The total monthly volume is down this month versus last month. We're at 4603 right now. A month ago, we were at 5463. As you can see, we're down 15.7%. So the big news is, obviously, there is so much more inventory, it's almost hard to put the right words on it, but double the amount of units for sale. There is a lot of competition out there. And there are fewer people buying homes. I mean, just the raw numbers. This isn't a rate of sale, this is actual sales. So that's significant. It's 1,100 fewer people this week than the same time last month. So just things to think about. And you know, the news can't always be good. And we feel here, I feel like my job is to get you as much information as possible from the best possible sources so you can make your own good decisions. And as always, I get all of my data from 3 sources. Number 1, the Brain Trust, the amazing thinkers at the Cromford Report. Number 2 is the Arizona Regional Multiple Listing Service. And the third one is the one I've been reading since I was a kid, the Wall Street Journal. And that's where all of this information comes from, along with an occasional number or 2 from a mortgage specialist. But we'll talk about that as well. So mortgage rates are also a significant part of this conversation. So I'm going to talk about that for a second and then give you some insights from the economists at Cromford. So mortgage rates, I do use Bankrate usually. And the reason I quote from Bankrate is because you can also access Bankrate, Bankrate. They publish an average commercial mortgage rate almost every single day. I don't remember if they do it on Christmas or not, but you can definitely gut check what's going on in the market yourselves. But please come back to me. I'm happy to talk to you about it. But so from Bankrate today, we're at 5.91% on a 30-year mortgage. So what does that mean? And how does that affect you as a home buyer? Well, we constantly talk about the increase in interest rates affecting certain price points more than others. But let's face it, it affects everybody because it may affect you because it decreases the rate of sale in your price point if you're selling a home. And if you're buying a home, obviously it may limit some of the opportunities you may have had when rates were lower. So if you just take as an example a $500,000 house with 10% down, at 5.91%, the monthly payment for 30 years will be $2,671. If you were lucky enough And maybe if you just were in the right place at the right time and you bought that same house or a house for $500,000 and put 10% down just about 6 months ago when the rates were in the threes, let's say 3%, your monthly payment would be $1,899. So just this is no taxes or anything included, just the mortgage payment on the same house with the same amount of dollars down. The monthly rate payment, due to the monthly rate increase, the payment went up over 40%. And that is significant. Now, not to complicate this, but I got this question from 2 of you this week. And first of all, thank you to everyone for your questions. Please do not hesitate. You are never wasting my time. I'm always so happy to hear from you. But I did get 2 different people ask me this week, what happens if I buy a house with a solar lease, and what does that have to do with me qualifying for a mortgage? So I'm not a lender. I always refer you to the great lenders that I have in my circle. But on principle, I can tell you that when you buy any home that has any kind of assessment tied to it, whether it's a monthly solar lease or, as you know, an HOA payment, you have to qualify for those amounts in the qualification for your mortgage, even though they're not paid in your mortgage. So just taking these numbers really quickly, $2,600, if we said, I'm probably going to get into trouble here. So rather than tell you what I think the monthly income rate would be, let's just say you have to qualify not only for the mortgage payment, but your lender will tell you also you have to qualify for those leases and other encumbrances. So the moral of the story is less about me saying what the number would be and more about raising awareness to be sure you're asking those questions when your agent is showing you property or when you see things online, or if you're touring open houses, always ask them what leases they may have and what the monthly HOA is so that you can get a better idea of what's going to work for you and for your family. So in light of all this really big news this week related to inventory, I just want to read a couple of things to you from Cromford. Again, they're not the only people in the world that talk about Phoenix real estate, but I think they're the smartest. And this week they said, and I quote, "The market is shifting faster than any time in the last 22 years. And the supply is increasing at an accelerated rate. It is impossible to quantify how hard the brakes have been slammed on our market." Now that sounds like a lot of bad news, and it is a lot of news. Let's not put adjectives on it, but we have to face the facts. Our market is changing, and it's changing quickly. Nobody has a crystal ball. None of us knows for sure what's going to happen next week. But if you're thinking of selling your home, now is still the right time. But when you're pricing it and thinking about what you want to do and where you want to go, you have to remember the market that existed a month ago is gone. The market from 3 months ago is way gone. And we're in a new market, and we have to acknowledge that, and we have to work within that reality. I'm here to help you, though. And I know this report today is kind of gloomy and doomy, but we don't like to think about it that way. These are facts, and my job is to make this work for you. So I'm going to stop talking so that you can get on with your day. I want to say thank you, as always, for stopping by the channel. Please contact me. Send me your comments. All my contact information is attached to this post. You can find me at Katie Whalen Realtor on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. So I hope you're having an amazing day. I appreciate every one of you. Thanks for checking in, and take care.